Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Liverpool Connection podcast. This is Pub Chat. Obviously, we're not at BD Riley's. We're on the Zoom, but we're happy to do this podcast because the boys are back. I get to wear my hat, and it actually means something. The boys are back on Thursday, ready to play in the League Cup against our bitter rivals, Man City. So, with me, Julian and Glenn, let's kick it off, guys. How excited are you guys that we get to see the Reds back in action?
Well, it's a League Cup. Normally, it wouldn't create that much excitement, right? But because it's Manchester City, and because we haven't played for what feels like years, but it's only been a month, I think everyone's going to be up for it. Of course, we've had some friendlies in Dubai as well. Looked pretty solid team-wise, only missing 2 or 3 players. I think we'll be up for it, as we should. Definite excitement. I saw the Newcastle game today in the League Cup, and they had like 50 odd thousand there for that game. Now, being that it's at Man City, I'm not so sure how, like with the reputation and with what we've seen in the past, what their attendance is going to be like. But I'm looking forward to it. Glenn?
I don't know. It's come a bit fast, hasn't it? It's come a bit quick. I can't believe that you just saying that there was games today. I can't believe that. That's mental. I didn't even think about that. I was just thinking about us. It just seems so fast considering the World Cup was like 2 days ago, the final. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get the Reds back. It does feel really weird. And with it being the League Cup, it's a bit like we should do a giveaway if anyone can name our starting 11.
Now, let me ask you guys something. Does this matchup, are you more excited that it's this matchup, or would you have rather been maybe a minnow that we get this first game back after the long break?
Definitely would have preferred Norwich at home.
100%.
Yeah, you just ease back into it. It's just, I honestly, I reckon Klopp and Guardiola absolutely just cannot be asked at all with this game. And if we got knocked out, I genuinely think Klopp wouldn't care. It's just such a pain in the ass. It's just such a pain in the ass to have like so quickly back. I bet they're absolutely both like.
Yeah, he's never really cared about these early rounds of the League Cup. Obviously, I don't think winning it last year changes his mindset about these earlier games. It just happens to be obviously against a Premier League team. So you're right, man. What's going to be the lineup? We've had some glimpses of the players in these last couple of friendlies in Dubai, but Julie, you want to go over what you think the lineup may be for this game?
Well, first of all, I do think this is a huge game. I do think Klopp's going to think this is really important. I think it's massive that we find our rhythm again. I think in a way it's a good thing. It's Man City and it's not a Norwich or someone like that, because we need to. I mean, we play Villa like a couple of days. We played Villa on Boxing Day, so we have to get back into rhythm because we got to get points in the league. So we can't really find our way back into the season. We got to be all guns blazing immediately. We don't have the points available to be taking our time. So we got to go into the season. We got to go into it strong. So in a way, I'm happy that this League Cup game is against Manchester City, and it gives us a proper challenge after such a break. In regards to the team, I think it's gonna be a pretty strong team. If we look at the lineups for the 2 games in Dubai recently, right? It was the same lineup for both games except for one player switched out, which was Carvalho played in the first game on the left, and then Oxlade-Chamberlain played in the second game, and then Nunes came on that second half. And then he scored the 2 goals. But I'll read it out. But the teams, besides those 2 for the 2 games we played, have been Kelleher, Milner, Matip, Gomez, Robertson, Ajetic, however you pronounce that. We will pronounce it differently at the moment. That's okay. Thiago, Elliott, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Salah, Firmino. I would expect with Nunes coming in for Oxlade-Chamberlain to be the team. And that's a pretty strong lineup, considering he's played that lineup, except for the Oxlade-Chamberlain and Carvalho split between the two games. In both games, tells me we're probably going to play that lineup.
You don't think that Alexander-Arnold will get back into the team? He didn't play hard, 7-10 minutes in the World Cup. Do you think he needs to? Do you have any more time off?
Yeah, I mean they get extra time off.
I know, but
after the World Cup.
No,
I don't think he will come.
Training. So
I don't think he will go straight back in.
I mean, he hasn't played. He needs to play.
It's not that though.
It's not even that.
It's the travel and it's all the preparation that goes in within it.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's gonna be difficult. I actually feel like we're gonna go quite strong, and a lot of it is sort of what you were saying before, is the fact that we need to people need minutes and they need games. So is Matip back, by the way?
Yeah.
Matip. So Matip,
he's back.
That's massive, by the way.
He's played both. Yeah.
For me, he's our best centre back after Van Dijk, obviously. So having him back, Robertson as well. Do you think it's difficult to know what he'll do with centre back, whether Virgil will play so soon or not? I'm not sure.
I would have thought they'd be looking at the Villa game, Boxing Day, for Virgil and Trent.
Maybe
honestly.
So. Might go Gomez and Matip then, mightn't he?
Yeah, I think
obviously
so.
Canate won't be involved at all.
Yeah.
So you're looking at it's difficult. I think the midfield, you would think. Obviously, you got Thiago and you got Thiago's. I don't know if Thiago's going to be. Thiago will be right for. I don't know. It's hard, isn't it?
He's played though, but again, he's played the two friendlies in the past couple of weeks. So he's played both.
Maybe Thiago and Harvey, and then the front three. The good thing is the front three. I mean, Nunes has been back a while, hasn't he? They got knocked out in the groups, so you would think the front three would be good, and they'd have a bit of a. They'd all be pretty fresh and raring to go.
And you skipped over the number 6. The
well, that's a hard one, yeah.
Right. So Fabinho didn't, he didn't play either, in the World Cup. And you talk about travel; they're all traveled the same place, practically. Whether it be Qatar, Dubai, it's pretty similar distances. But he didn't play. Does he come right back in and get some minutes under his belt this League Cup to try to get his season back started? When we play Aston Villa on the Boxing Day match.
If available, then maybe on the bench or something like that. I would highly doubt it's going to start, but maybe on the bench, get some minutes later in the game. I would expect that could happen, but I mean, it does show the gap, and we know about this. We've spoken about this in midfield that we don't really have a backup for Fabinho, do we? I mean, we're going to end up playing this young kid. It looks like. While Fabinho isn't ready, so and Henderson as well, who probably he's not going to be back, but who might be on the bench. But it does show the limitations in midfield. But we all know this; everyone knows this. But it is a little bit of breaking point, the midfield.
Yeah. What about Keita? I mean, I don't think but he's seeming to be back into training and stuff like that. What do you think about him?
Yep.
Think he'll feature, or do you think he won't touch? You don't think he'll not touch a ball again for Liverpool?
That is a hard one to answer. So I think it with the speaking just of this League Cup game against City, then he'll probably come on, he'll probably feature. He might even start, just solely because he fits into the style of play that we have. Klopp likes him. We know he's not the answer. We know he's going to be sold.
Yeah.
But purely through lack of options, really, then I mean, Keita will probably feature in the game against City.
Yeah, I agree. I think he'll play as long as he's training, and he's been playing in these other friendlies. There's no reason why he wouldn't play against the City team if you're trying to rest Hendo and Fabinho still. So
well, I'll tell you why you might not, because if they're looking to sell him in January, let's be honest, there's a high possibility that could be the case. they might think, well, we don't want to sell him in. We don't want him to play against City, pick up an injury, and then there goes that deal. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's a hard one.
Which, let's be honest, that's extremely likely that the injury could happen, right? So, you know, based on his history with us, I mean, who knows with that?
It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting. If we just go on to City just slightly, I mean, it's so hard to. This is why I was joking before, but I actually do think we do it. If any one of our subscribers or anyone can name the starting 11, we will get. I know Darren's got some, and I've not even spoke to Darren about this, but this is how confident I am of no one being able to do it. If anyone can name our starting 11, I'll have Darren send out one of the t-shirts that we've got from the 80 casuals guys that sent us over. I'll get one sent out if anyone can name the starting 11.
Oh, I mean, you could get a lot of winners for that. I mean, it could
be. You mess up. We've just been on here for 15 minutes going, who's going to play? Who's going to play there?
I know, but I told you that, the last two games we played in Dubai, we played the same lineup except for one position, which is probably going to be taken by Nunes. So I would expect he's going to play that again. But I like your competition. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
let's see what happens.
The first person that posts the correct lineup, not everybody.
Yeah, I know, right?
No twat comments anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Pep, earlier this week, he's like, man, I'll hardly even have a team to field. I'm like, man, when do we? He's always taking the piss, isn't he?
He's mind games, isn't he? Come on, he's good at that stuff as well. He knows what he's doing. But City will have a pretty strong lineup from midfield and attacking wise. Obviously, Haaland is there, Mahrez is there, De Bruyne is back, and he's played already for them in friendlies. They lack a little bit in defense from what I saw. Looks like they are slim on options there, which is really good for us. Gives us a good opportunity. But yeah, that's Man City. I want to win this. I know it's the League Cup, but I want us to win any game.
That's right. No, I agree with you. I think that this is the opportunity to advance in the League Cup at the expense of our bitter rival here the last few years. So it's always nice to knock them out of any competition, no matter what the competition is, in my opinion.
What do you think? What do you think then? Do you think Liverpool go through?
Say that one more time. Liverpool.
Do you think Liverpool will advance? Do you think they'll go through?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm on. We're gonna beat them 3-1.
I think they'll go. I think they'll go to pens.
I'm gonna go with 4-2.
I think it'll be like one of those mad ones where like both teams just don't give a shit if they get knocked out. Do you know what I mean? They'll be like, you know what? Let's just play. I reckon, like, do you know how like extra time doesn't count anymore, does it? Because somebody's got a brain and said, "Now there's pens." If this was a game that would have went to extra time, right, and it was like this is the sort of game that if it was 3-3 on 90 minutes, I reckon like they just flip a coin and say, right, who wants to go through here, because we just can't be asked with the extra time.
Honestly, because we're probably going to have Kelleher in goal, I'd rather we scrap the 90 minutes and just go straight to penalties.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we should do.
Hey, we kind of go back and forth like, hey, neither team really gives a shit about it. But last time, the conventional wisdom was during the Community Shield, right? Oh, these two teams, they're not ready to play. They don't give a shit. That ended up being a banger game too. So, I expect more of the same on Thursday, no matter what the lineups are.
I know, Glenn. So I also don't buy into I know Klopp has in the past. He's utilized this cup for resting players. It makes complete sense. But I mean, I feel like that mentality has changed a little bit. Obviously, City have won it so many times, so they always go for it. They go for every single trophy, but that's because they have that squad where they have that depth and they can do that. But yeah, we won it last year, which was great. This game, I feel like we need to win and put in a good performance just to get our season on track, really, as soon as possible.
It's just difficult, isn't it? Because it's the idea of, I know, like, some players haven't played in ages, but then you have got Boxing Day, and then you've got games after that, and we all know that December and January are just absolutely mental. So, and we've only got 3 forwards, so there's the point of, will we? I don't know. Again, put your starting 11s in, see what you think. I've not a clue.
I'd love to see the youngster Ben Doak or Doak, the wee Scott play and get some minutes, because he's starting to be spoken of. Everyone in the background, the coaches, his former club will talk him up, and the brief moments we have seen him, he's very Michael Owen like, the way he moves with the ball, etc. But huge talent, it looks like, that's coming through. Hopefully this is one that is going to be able to make the grade, and slowly we're able to integrate him and give him minutes here and there. So if anything, I'm hoping that we see him at some point tomorrow, on Thursday. But yeah, score wise, I'm going to go with Man City 2, Liverpool 4. Wilson, you're going Man City 1, Liverpool 3. Glenn, you think penalties, right?
I'll go 3-3 in penalties, yeah.
3-3 in penalties. All right.
Yeah. Based on absolutely nothing, but that's what you get from us. Absolute. Only the best.
Only the best. Yes. But
hey, no matter what, it's going to be just great to be at the pub and watching the game and watching the Reds in action, and life will be almost back to normal at that point.
We hope so. Good stuff. All right, cool. So leave your score predictions in the comments. Also post what you think the team is going to be. The first one to get it correct wins something from Darren, whatever that is.
T-shirt. I told you we'll get a T-shirt sent over to him. I haven't told them that yet, but yeah, that's
right.
Yeah.
And cool. And then we'll wrap this up. Make sure you like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and hopefully another win.
Yeah, don't forget to put your notifications on, because we have content coming out regularly, and you can get notified right away when we post something new to YouTube. So get those notifications set up as well.
And there's a special episode coming out that you don't want to miss.
That's
and
right.
It's Glenn's special Christmas quiz, and it's pretty epic. So you want to see that, because Glenn put a lot of effort into that, a lot of late nights researching, coming up with this epic Crimbo quiz.
About 30 minutes before we got to the pub, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for subscribing. Tell your friends. Our page is growing exponentially every week, and it's all because of you guys listening to us and recommending us to your friends and fellow Reds. So cheers.
Cheers.